As you spend more time backpacking, you may find yourself obsessing over gear. And this is a common thing that happens for people who get into backpacking and start to really enjoy it, especially in the off seasons when we're not out there so much. It didn't take long for me to realize that I had a problem with gear. And this is common with backpackers, and I was very relieved when I watched a video by Pelton when he told the world that he has gas. And after watching that, I realized I also have gas, and you may have gas too. And of course, by gas, I mean gear acquisition syndrome. That's right, this is a malady that happens to backpackers over time, especially in the off season. I realized I had a problem with gas when I saw that I had 4 tents, 4 backpacks. I had a tiny pump to blow up my air pad. I had gadgets like this for fuel canisters, just so I didn't have to buy new ones. We do have a tendency to buy things we don't need, but some of those things are nice to have. Unfortunately, for people with gas, there are companies out there that make things that we can buy that we don't necessarily need. The first time I heard about Hilltop Packs was on a Pelton video. I noticed that he had a food bag that had his YouTube logo on it, which is pretty cool. And when I started a YouTube backpacking channel, I figured I'm not legit until I've got a bag with a logo on it. So I went online, I checked out their website, and of course, Hilltop Packs makes backpacks. But what they're most known for is custom printing on just about anything. And so I checked out their website and saw that you can upload any images and they will print it on just about any product they have. So I came up with a logo for my channel and I uploaded that to Hilltop Packs. And shortly after that, I had this. And I've been using this ever since. This is what most people would call a ditty bag. This is made out of Dyneema, and it's got a nice little roll top here. I've been using it ever since for all of my little stuff, and it's worked out great. Now, previous to having that bag, I used Ziplocs. They cost a lot less, and they work just fine, and they are just as waterproof. So, did I need this? No. But I got it because I thought it was cool, and it's durable, and I like the way it looks. So after some time, I found myself in the middle of winter, and I wasn't going out backpacking, but still loved backpacking. So I decided to upgrade my food bag because I have gas. And previous to that, I had used whatever I could find. I had originally used just a drawstring bag. And of course, I found out the hard way, those are not waterproof. So I got a roll top bag from a Columbia outlet store, and that works just fine. But I was watching Backpacking with Buckley and saw he had a really cool food bag, and I kind of decided I wanted that for myself. So I ordered yet another bag from Hilltop Packs, which is this food bag. And again, this is roll top. It's going to be waterproof and stores a lot. It also has this little loop on here that my other bag didn't, which you can attach the carabiner to if you're hanging your food bag like you should be. So, did I need this? Absolutely not. But I'm glad I got it. Ben also has a sister company, Apex Giant, and they make mostly metal goods for backpacking. And I have a few of those things as well. And again, things you don't necessarily have to go backpacking. Things like speed hangers, dog bones for PCT food hangs, trowels. I just bought a trowel. I already have a trowel. I don't need 2 trowels, but it's a pretty cool trowel. So again, if you have gear acquisition syndrome, you're going to find something that you don't need that you're going to enjoy using. So I'm subscribed to Hilltop Packs on YouTube, And every Wednesday they have something called Backpacker Splits, which is a gathering of backpackers. They get together and they invite the viewers to join in, and it's pretty cool. And they also offer discounts, coupon codes during those. And so, since I have gear acquisition syndrome and saw that coupon code, had to get some more stuff. One of the things I got was this steak bag. Now, did I need a steak bag? Of course not. Every time I buy a tent, it comes with a steak bag for the steaks. So, is this necessary? Absolutely not. Is it funny and cool? Absolutely. So why would I continue to buy things I don't need from this company? Well, it kind of comes down to not only having great products, but it's that personal customer service experience. So as backpackers, we tend to gravitate towards certain companies, certain products. For instance, I'm a big fan of Outdoor Vitals. Love their sun hoodies. I love the backpack I have from them. I love Durston Gear's tents. I love Hang Tight quilts because they're great products. But the other thing about them is that personal experience, that sense of community. So I met Tayson, the owner of Outdoor Vitals, and he personally fitted me for a backpack. I found out that day that I have a medium torso length. And the reason that the backpack I was using wasn't really comfortable was I assumed, because I'm 6'1", that I had a long torso length. And that caused problems. So the fact that he personally fitted me for a pack, I thought that was awesome. And it made me want to support that company more. Same thing with Dan Durston of Durston Gear. I made a video last year about new gear I was using, and the only knock I could find on the tent that I got was it takes up so much space that sometimes it's hard to find a spot. And Dan, he responded to that video and explained about the skinny pitch and gave me a link to a video showing me how I could pitch that big tent in a smaller area. That's astounding. And that's been my experience with Hilltop Packs. Ben McMillen, who owns Hilltop Packs, he is out there everywhere. He is commenting on people's videos. He is having dialogues with his customers. Every time you buy something from him, he's going to reach out to you. And it's wonderful. And it's a family business. It is a small organization in Pennsylvania. And he's a great guy. Everybody in this community knows Ben McMillen. And that's because he's a part of the community, not just some corporation somewhere that's making outdoor gear. Now, earlier this summer, I woke up in my tent. I grabbed this bag because it had my power bank in it, and I wanted to plug my phone in there and check my emails. And I thought, hey, you know, I recently updated my logo. Maybe I should order another bag from Hilltop Packs because I have gear acquisition syndrome. And so plugged in my phone, pulled up my emails, and the first thing I saw was an email from Ben McMillen reaching out and offering to send me custom printed bag. And in return, all he asked was if I liked it, I would let him know. I didn't need to make a video. I didn't need to do anything. He just saw that I was a part of this community and that I'd supported his business. So he offered to send me a bag custom printed with any image that I wanted. That's pretty cool, which is why I'm talking to you about this company today, because in no time, I had another bag, a little bigger. This is a little more useful for me now because I carry more stuff. You may have seen this on my last video. But I wasn't obligated to talk about that company. I want to talk about that company because that's the kind of community, the kind of customer service that I appreciate. He's not just another brand. He's a guy who supports his crew, and his family and loves what he does. And he's a backpacker. If you're a new backpacker and going into the wintertime, you're finding yourself wanting to buy more stuff, but you don't know that you really need anything, this might be the place for you to go and check it out. You can get a custom printed bag to replace a Ziploc that you could buy at the store for next to nothing. Do you need it? Absolutely not. Nothing he makes is something you absolutely need to have. And yet, I continue to buy more stuff there because I just love that company and what he represents. And I have gas. So, you don't just have to get things with logos or whatever. I could buy this bag and have it printed with any image. So if I go out overnight and I'm missing Captain Oats, I can get a bag with my cat's picture right on there, and it'll remind me of my kitty. So anything you want, they'll print. So if you want to spend money on backpacking related stuff that you don't necessarily need, Hilltop Packs might be a good place to start. And I reached out to Ben, and he was kind enough to give me a coupon code that I can share with you guys. So if you do want to go to Hilltop Packs and take a look at their stuff and decide to buy something, you can use the code WALAWA to get 10% off of your purchase. And I'll leave a link below. Now, again, I want to reiterate, you don't need this stuff. But I know if you've gone backpacking and you love backpacking, you're going to find yourself obsessing about gear. So, if you're going to spend your time looking for gear, again, Hilltop Packs might be a good place to start. So, I want to thank Rob Pelton for making me aware of gear acquisition syndrome and of Hilltop Packs. I'll leave a link to his channel below. And to Tim Buckley of Backpacking with Buckley, who has a great relationship with Hilltop Packs. And of course, I want to thank you guys for tuning in, supporting me. If you're new here, consider subscribing to the channel. There's all kinds of stuff, mostly for beginners. And hopefully I'll see you next time. Thanks again for stopping by.